Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to another Sims 4 news video. This is about the October 11th game update. I'm going to cover what was new, high level what was fixed, especially as compared to the October 4th laundry list, the mod impact, and a little bit to do with some pack icons that were found in the code. So first off, with respect to what was new, we got an overhaul to the help system. Essentially got a new help system. And the first thing that the update note said is, hello Simmers and soon-to-be Simmers. With this new update, we are preparing to welcome new players to The Sims 4 with the information needed to get started, thanks in part to a collaboration with The Sims Mobile. And that's because the Sim who is sort of the guiding person is Emily, who is used in The Sims Mobile. And of course, that's because the base game is going free to everyone who doesn't already have it as of next Tuesday, October 18th. And so that's why they're implementing this now to prepare for that. We also got some new CAS items and one new build buy thing, a ceiling fan, which I'll show. So first off, let's start with what's new in Create a Sim. And what's new, you can see on our sim, it's a new hairstyle right there. And that is the hairstyle that Emily wears. She's supposed to be on the gallery, but I didn't see her there. These new glasses, which come in a few different shades there. So you can see that there is 5 shades: gold, white, ish gray, whatever, red and black. I'll just put on what she had. This new top that she's wearing that comes in 9 different shades that you can see here. I quite like it. I just wish it didn't have I wish there was a version without the name tag. I don't mind the main name tag, but I just wish there was a version without. And we also got 5 new plumb bobs, 5 new tattoos, 3 of which are plumb bobs, 2 of which are cow plants. She has one there. You can see it peeking out, but let's go take a look a little bit closer at it. So if you go here, so you can see there it is, and it comes in different shades. So you have 8 different shades that you can see, so you can go and look. Just keep in mind that new things in Create a Sim and Build By that we get do not have a new icon, so you just have to know where to look for it. And also with tattoos, they don't even let you filter. Normally I will filter by base game to be able to narrow it down, but luckily there's not that many tattoos, so we're getting more. So it doesn't take as long to find, especially not compared to what we have in all the other categories. So our male here has the rest of the tattoos on him, just because it was, easier. So we're going to go into the tattoos, and you can see there he has the one on the arm, and it has 13 different colors. So you can see there, and all the different colors. I'm not going to go through them. And then there's this one on the back, which I actually have to go past the leg ones to get to the back one. But it has 9 different colors. So there's that. And in this case, I noticed that mostly the flowers change. It's only, I think, this one that the actual plumb bob changes. And the rest is just that you can see there that the flowers are changing. But I'm going to move on to, and then you can see on the leg, the 2 cow plant, and they have different colors too, which you can go check out for yourself because I've already clicked off of that. So the other thing that is new is there is a new trait that is available for teens and up. So it is under social, and it is called the loyal trait. Loyal Sims value their relationships and fully commit to them, whether they are friendship, romance, or even work. They avoid lying and cheating because their loved one's trust is very important to them. So this seems to me to be trying to address the fact that Sims will autonomously flirt even when there's no relationship or anything like that. And then hopefully this will stop that. But personally, I just think Sims shouldn't do that. And you shouldn't need a trait, especially taking up 1 of 3 slots, or these are teens, so they only have 2. And I know we get the bonus slot for, whatever aspiration they chose. But, I'm counting the 3 that you physically get to choose. That's 1 of 3 when they're young adult or up. I would have preferred to have seen that as a reward trait and not like this, especially because just in general, you shouldn't have to have this trait to stop your Sims from autonomously flirting, especially because they're flirting with Sims just because they're flirty and they don't even have any pink with them. Why? Why do Sims do that? Anyways, that's my rant over. I'm not a fan of that. So those are what is new in Create a Sim. And then we also have a new ceiling fan. So let's go take a look at that, and then we will, well, actually, before we go take a look at that, just because we're here, this is the new little help center icon. You can disable that. If you go into the options menus and under game options, and then under tutorial and tips, so you can enable the guidance system. You can reset the guidance system to set it over. And if you don't want that icon to show, if you do this and then say apply, you'll notice like it's sort of grayed out, but it's gone there. I'm just going to put it back for now so that we can have it. And I'm actually going to reset it so we can have a quick look at one of the little tutorials that comes up. You get a little reward for completing it. So we're going to apply those changes. We're going to do this, and we're going to, and of course that's there. So I'm just going to just hit this and go into live mode, where we're going to go into build mode. And so here we go. Emily here to help, and there's Emily. And as I think I said, she's supposed to be on the gallery, but I didn't see her there. So if you say, yes, show me how. So if you want 5,000 simoleons, just do this, enable it, and get this again. And then you're gonna show you how to move the camera. So it just says, you know, how the keys move it around, or, you know, that you can use like this stuff. Just hold left click and maybe whatever. Just, you know, if you're new to, if you know the game, you already know how to do all of this stuff. And then either you can pick that to move to them, and they're all staying in the same place. And of course, I didn't do that. If you right click, it'll follow them around, and then you interact with stuff to do stuff. And then controlling time is, you know, 1, 2, 3, P, or 0. Also pauses. So that's what I actually use a lot. So anyway, and the next tip, thanks for learning, and you get 5,000. So if you want a free 5,000, just reset that, do it again, and you get your 5,000 simoleons, and you say, okay, thanks for the simoleons. Anyways, all these chairs are draggable. So here is the new ceiling fan that you can see it right here. I'm going to go into build mode so we can just take a look quickly at the how many colors there are. And of course, we have the build mode here. So I'm just going to say no thanks, because, you know, I just turn it on to show the 5,000 simoleons, to be quite honest. So we're going to go here. And so then you can see there that there are 14 different shades and colors, and some of them are luckily like there's a black and a white and sort of a gray, and then the other ones are like different plumb bob colors, depending on what the moods would be. So it's the perfect plumb bob ceiling fan, and it's only 75 simoleons, so it's actually pretty inexpensive. I believe that's 125, that's 120. Those are all ones that come with packs. I know there's a base game one, and it's 245. So now we have an actually, you know, inexpensive ceiling fan that is base game. So that's kind of nice. So that's it for those new things. The other thing that was, you know, main thing was new is this new tutorial system, because they're expecting new players after the game goes free. And also, if you're on console, you will now have the UI scaling that we got a while back, and I will link to the update notes so that you can see the details of that, so you can figure that out for yourself. Another thing that affects everybody is the gallery connection. They made some changes on how the game connects to the gallery. Previously, when you connected, it would automatically connect to the gallery, and now it doesn't. You actually have to go into the gallery when you want to go into the gallery, and then it'll leave you on the gallery for a while when you're not using it, but then it'll automatically disconnect. It always did that before, because I found that whenever, by the time I got around to wanting to go in the gallery, it was already disconnected. So that it did do that. I don't know if it was meant to, but it did it. So anyways, as for the bug fixes, there were quite a few bug fixes, and all but the Save 532 issue were noted in the patch notes. And I had actually been a little bit surprised about that Save 532 issue, because it was supposed to be fixed in the September patch notes. Well, it said in the September patch that it was supposed to be fixed, and the actual link to it says it was supposed to be resolved with the September update, and there's been nothing on that bug report since. I know there's another one that's been set up, but it's not even that active either. But everything else has been fixed. There were some fixes to base game, a bunch of scenario fixes, like Stuck in Their Shadow, Aliens Don't My Parents. the parenting predicament scenario, some other miscellaneous fixes. I will have some screenshots on here so you can take a look. And as I said, I will link down below. And one thing that I'm going to say that I didn't see in that laundry list that is in the patch notes. Some pranks can be funny, but less so if they keep happening, like the toilet pranks were. They've dialed back the pranking so your Sims can have a little more confidence the rest stop won't end with a broken toilet. So I currently disable that with MCCC, so maybe that won't be necessary anymore. I don't know. I was playing without MCCC, but I also didn't have any Sims who were goofballs who would autonomously prank, so I would not have been able to tell. So other than that, the majority of the bug fixes for the packs were for cottage living. They were essentially the ones that were mentioned in the laundry list, including the one that I know affects me the most. Is I am happy to see that the ability to fish with bait in a pond is something you can do now, because that is something that I would have used a lot. And also even not needing to use a mod to make sure that the NPCs are like the regular NPCs and not random ones. I'm happy about that. The other ones I never actually experienced, but I'm glad they're fixed for those who did. High school years, siblings can attend prom together as friends. Werewolves has quite a few fixes, some funny ones, and some that just would be good to have. And again, I have that up on the screen. There's quite a few for that. And Spa Day had a couple, including massages correctly counting towards becoming a spa regular goal and the self-care specialist aspiration. I remember when I was doing that before, I needed to get a mod to get that to count, because otherwise you were having to do other things. Other things counted, just massages didn't count. So that is it for the fixes. The other thing I said I was going to talk about was the mod impact, and there wasn't actually a huge mod impact. It didn't really break very many things. There were some things that broke. If you're an MCCC user, that did not break. It is reported as fine, but the newly broken that I'm seeing from the forum post is CC wrench override mods. There's some minor visual issues. There are 3 twisted mexes, better build by, build mode free cam, and tool. They affect the UI from what I'm seeing. Bandicam buy more phone hides the purchase gifts on the phone. I'm not even sure if that's new from the update. It's definitely newish. More traits in CAS by the Pancake One and Mizurayuki. I find that tends to break a lot. That is broken. Podcaster Career and the Slice of Life Menstrual Cycle by Kawaii Stacy, but I think that was already broken, and that wasn't broken by the game update, because the post for tracking the mod impact was the September/October post, so it shows everything there. And in general, if you're a Slice of Life user, mod user, she is separating it out into individual mods and is going to be updating the individual mods, and they will not be compatible with the complete Slice of Life version. And she did a whole blog post on it, which I will link down below in case you haven't seen that yet or haven't known that yet. So just overall, it was pretty good, pretty kind to mods, not a big impact on it. And then last but not least, I saw an article by Sims Community, which essentially was pulling something from the forum post by the user up there on the screen, Lagarde Poupre. I don't know how to pronounce that, but anyways, they saw in the code these 2 icons. So the one icon looks like a coffee mug with a envelope, and the other one looks kind of like a strawberry to me. So that looks like we're getting 2 new kits. Perhaps they'll announce those in addition to whatever else they're announcing, because I can't imagine the big announcement is 2 kits in the live stream, the Behind the Sims Summit next week, which there's a lot of hype going on about that, because some of the game changers, I just call them what they used to be called, got little packages in the mail with little VIP placards and other things for the October 18th Behind the Sims Summit. It is virtual. They're not actually going there, but they did get something special, and they were sharing that, I think, over the weekend, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, it does look like something big. I still definitely keeping my expectations in check. I know a lot of people are thinking it's going to be a Sims 5 announcement. I honestly, well, whatever. I that's not actually what I would like. I'd rather something else. But I know a lot of people, if it isn't, will be quite disappointed. Let me know what you thought about the update. if there was something in particular you liked about it in a comment down below. But that's going to be it for this video. Likes and comments are always appreciated and they really help with the algorithms. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!